Okay, what's good, YouTube?
We're back with another video.
You know what I mean? My name's Niall. If you do not know, if you're new to this channel,
Yeah.
we don't always say this, and I ain't gonna introduce myself every time. My name's Niall,
Tamara.
and yeah, we're going off grid in Arizona, so you know what I mean? Subscribe and stay tuned to us. But this video is about how to purchase land off grid and how to do it correctly. You know what I mean? So you can be in order, be of code, legal, and all that good stuff, and make sure everything goes smoothly, you know what I mean? So you know what you're getting into, and it's not a big surprise when you get there. So let's dive into this video, and let's get it.
Because all land has restrictions, some type of restriction.
Yeah, it's different rules to every single one, and it's good to know the difference. So let's get into it. Okay, so the number one thing now that we have experienced off-grid in Colorado, I would say would be septic. As far as counties and being off-grid goes, most in the whole country, the number one thing they will push on you is the septic first and foremost. There's other stuff as well, but septic is the first one. So it's not just the septic, but it's about the septic being put in correctly, permitted, and you know what I mean. It's all just environment safety stuff. Honestly, the counties just want to get paid. They just want their money, but they also want to make sure it's being put in correctly, so it's not a safety hazard to people in the area or the people living there.
What you have to have done first, the dirt test?
Yeah, you have to go through getting the soil tested to see what type of septic that is allowed out there for your soil and everything, and then you're gonna go about getting.
It dug, right?
No, first you get it. I think no. It's you dig, you get the soil test. They draw you up your own little specific septic diagram, whatever. Then you send that to the city. They approve it. Then you dig the rest of everything that you need to put in the leach field and the septic and stuff like that. That is basically it as far as the septic goes. It sounds simpler than it is, but you get that information for licensed septic people within your state from the county. You call the county, even if they aren't the easiest people to talk to, because a lot of times they don't want to talk to us. Not even us. I'm talking about like people in general. There are some really helpful counties. You know what I mean? And make sure you come respectful. If you call these people, just talk to them like you want them to talk to you, and you'll probably get the best results. But they will give you a list of people, and there's a list of people on the website that shows who does septics, who does what. If you call around, you can see who would fit your needs for your area and stuff like that, because they gave us a list of people, but most of them didn't come to our area. They did not come where we were at. I called them, they said they didn't really work in that area. But we did get a number of somebody who did, and they gave us a great deal because we worked out something with them. I want to teach y'all something. If your parent didn't teach it to you, hustle down a deal by learning how to talk to people and work. If you don't know how to work, it's gonna be hard off grid. But I called these people, and they would have probably charged me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars if they would have had to bring out their own equipment to do this the septic install. I'm not gonna say the exact price because y'all probably gonna go ask for the same price. You might not get it. But what I asked for was a discount because I'm willing to dig, because I have the energy and the whatever you want to call it, to be able to get that done myself, me and my wife. So we're gonna do that and get a discounted septic because we're willing to put in the work, and they don't have to bring out those tractors to dig out those lines that we need and stuff like that for our leach fields. So that's one thing to take into account. Call these numbers, call the county, and see these licensed people that are in the area to work on your stuff, and pre-plan ahead of time. As far as water goes, you need to add Facebook groups. You can Google some stuff, but you need to know your coordinates, because if you don't have a direct address off grid, you're going to have to type in your coordinates from everywhere, as far as coordinates to Walmart, coordinates to Lowe's, coordinates to Menards, coordinates to the gas station that has the water. That's where you're gonna find your water and stuff like that. Because until you know exactly where you're at, you're not going to know exactly where water is, exactly where resources is to build and stuff like that. You're gonna have to Google all of this before you get off grid. Find your property, if you haven't seen it at least, if you don't already know. Get those coordinates, man, in Google Earth, Google Map, all that stuff, and see how far it is from the different stuff that you're gonna need and everything like that. As far as water goes, it's word of mouth. You're gonna have to go out there, talk to neighbors, see how they haul water, see if they get water delivered. Ask around the area, you know what I mean? Yes, you can call the county. I don't believe they have a list of just certified, verified people that bring you water. That's kind of something people do on their own, you know what I mean, to make a couple extra dollars. But I don't think there's a specific personal business that can just bring you out water for an affordable price. They might charge you $400 or $500, but if you're off grid, nobody got $400 or $500 for a week's worth of water. So yeah, there's not really a set way as far as how to get water. But again, Google map stuff, Google the area, Google every single store that you can that's nearby, Facebook groups, call the county if you can, they might know somebody, and just get to know people in the area. That's pretty much all there is as far as water. And catching water, of course. You can have water catchment, and there's a little rainy part of the year, but honestly in Arizona, it's not gonna just rain a whole bunch. You can catch a year's worth of water if you're set up correctly. But again, that's a whole different subject. So I think that's it for this. As far as codes and restrictions and stuff like that, that is definitely under the county. You want to call and see if it's residential, agricultural, whatever it is, you know what I mean? You want to know the zoning laws, restrictions, you want to know the building codes, you want to know the minimum size, the maximum size, you want to know requirements for every little thing that goes on, you know what I mean? Because if you get there, you try to do something, my bad. If you get there and you try to do something that you're not allowed to do, they're gonna let you know. I mean, they're gonna tax you, fine you, whatever, or make it real hard for you to do what you're trying to do. So overall, man, just do all these pre-checks and pre-calls before you get off grid. It makes life a lot easier, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's it for this one, man. We'll be back with another video real soon. Thank God we're headed off grid. Can't wait to show y'all better than we can tell you.